Alexa, who is Jeff Bezos?
This is Jeff Bezos, the creator of... Besides that, he's also really rich. Also the founder of Blue Origin. You know that rocket. That kind of looks like a Yeah.
I want to thank Amazon employee. You guys paid for all this.
And all of his employees, they love him. But overall, Jeff Bezos is just a really great guy.
Why, hello. So let's get into talking about Amazon. Now before we start, we do have a sponsor for this video, and it's Jeff Bezos, who is going to be sending me to space to work in the first ever Amazon facility on the moon. I can't lie, this is super exciting and I can't wait for it. Anyways, the job that I had was a simple one. I was a picker. Yeah, kind of a big deal, what can I say? But I have a list here in chronological order of the task that pickers do every single day. Yeah, how cool, how fascinating. Firstly, you get a cart, kind of like a buggy, and you put bins on it. After that, you look at your scanner, it tells you the location to go to. Then you get your item, you put it in the bin, and then when your bin fills up, you put it onto a conveyor belt. And you that for 10 hours. I know. Super fun. Woo. Now, I know, that all sounds super great and fun, and you're probably already off running to the doors of Amazon begging them to become a picker. And I wouldn't blame you. You know, you go right ahead. But you know, that's Amazon for you. Super fun all the time. Now let's get into how boring Amazon really is. Now honestly, behind the scenes, if I were to imagine, Amazon's probably a lot like Star Wars The Force Awakens. You know, like when Captain Phasma refers to Finn as FN2187.
FN2187.
I kind of think Amazon does the same with their employees. They don't refer to them by their names, no. Numbers only. Sometimes whenever you start work on your scanner, there are like prompts. They'll ask you questions, and one of them is like, do you feel like you're just a number at Amazon? And it's like, yeah, I do. See, because I think Amazon wants you to act like a robot, a drone. They don't want you to use the bathroom, and if you use it too much, you might get TOT. And basically what I'm saying, if they could, Amazon would prefer you just to not act human. Pretty good, you know, why not? But basically this kind of equates into the job being boring. When you're walking around for 10 hours at a time, you're looking at people who clearly are miserable, they don't want to be there, and they fucking hate it. And all you're doing is listening to warehouse ambience the entire time. It's gonna get to you. It's a pretty isolating job at that. And because your managers have so many people to look after, they don't really treat you like you're a person. They treat you like, oh, you met your quota for this week? Cool, buddy. Cool. You know, eventually you're gonna get bored, and this boredom doesn't go away. It just lingers there. When you work there for like half a year, it finally gets to you that, oh shit, this job's really boring. I'm doing the same shit every day, and nothing is ever going to change about it. It's just kind of annoying. And you know, I wouldn't really talk about Amazon and how boring it is, because every job is boring. Everyone gets miserable at their job. Amazon, like, it seems that they go out of their way to try to make that the way it is, and it sucks. You know, and eventually you just get burnt out. Nothing changes. It's the same thing over and over. You're doing the same thing. You're seeing the same faces with the same frown on their faces. It gets boring. and you get burnt out. You don't feel encouraged to keep trying, especially considering that you can't listen to music because, God forbid, they're anti-music policy for some reason. But overall, I would just say Amazon is probably one of the most boring fucking jobs I've ever had. I mean, the fucking boredom I have at that job. I don't know, man. It's not fun. From that day on, if I was going somewhere, I was running away from Amazon.
What's up?
Okay, so now let's get into the leadership. The people up top, the people like the managers, the process assistants. Actually, you know what? I don't really want to talk about the managers or process assistants. They can suck. They can give you write-ups. They can actually make your job quite not good. No, the people I want to talk about today are learning ambassadors. The people who really are just a fucking pain. Is that these people cannot actually do anything because anyone can become a learner ambassador. Anyone. Basically, a learning ambassador is just someone who kind of helps whenever like a picker has a problem. Maybe he overfilled his tote, for example, or needs help tying his shoe. You just call a learning ambassador and they're on their way. They're going to help. But a lot of the learning ambassadors, for whatever reason, had kind of like an ego issue. They would consistently tell me, oh, you're not picking right. Whenever I was there for like, at this point, 7-8 months. And I was definitely picking right. I mean, need I remind you, I'm a person who never had any TOT, never had any write-ups, never once had one quality error. I was the perfect worker. I know. What a brag. I'm the perfect worker at Amazon. Oh my God. But basically, these people would consistently tell me, no earbuds, no stacking your totes, no doing this, no doing that. And the thing is, like, if it was my manager saying this, sure. If it was even the process assistant, sure. But it's a learning assistant. They have no power over me. For whatever reason, they just have an ego problem. And I don't know why. It just always bothered me because, like, these were the people who gave me the most trouble at Amazon. And they weren't even, like, people who really had much authority. And I don't know why they were like this. And for whatever reason, a lot of them were just mean and rude. If you want to know if someone is going to make a good leader, allow them to be an Amazon learning ambassador and see if they over-abuse their power. Because there's a good chance if they abuse that little power, the inch of power that they end up having as a learning ambassador, might not need to ever be a manager, a boss, or anything like that. No power, no authority over anyone if they're abusing a role like that. It's just stupid. That's the video. I don't know. Goodbye.